Alright, welcome back to another Star Citizen video. This is Gaming Soul King coming to you with beginner's guide to Star Citizen Alpha 3.24.3, and this is going to continue where we left off from the previous video, which is the continue video of the last video. So this will be part 4 continued, which is where I was going over how to select and accept contracts for missions and stuff like that. So I took the liberty, went on ahead to bring all the cargo from that mission over to the delivery point. It was a hauler contract that we was doing at the end of the last video, and this is continued version. So of course, after you get all your cargo here to the delivery point, which was the Area 18 Riker Memorial Spaceport, all we need to do now is grab our cargo out of our Avenger Titan, bring it over to the freight elevator behind me. Like I said, the freight, I highly recommend bringing your ship as close as possible to the freight elevator. You don't have to be extremely close, just close enough to make it convenient when you are removing any cargo from your ship. And of course, the tool that I'm using to move this is the multi-tool with the tractor beam attachment. I went over this in my recent video, which is the original version. The first of these two videos, which is part 4. This is, like I said, part 4 continued. We had to go to the cargo management section of Bajini Point. It is a level you go to at Bajini Point where you can manage your cargo services, basically. From there, we was able to purchase this nice little weapon here, nice multi-tool. Or just a multi-tool, not much for your use on as a weapon. Unless you want to sling a box at somebody with the tractor beam, but other than that, it's mainly what its main use is what the name is, multi-tool. So I went over the steps on how to use the tractor beam. If I did in the last video, what you do is make sure you aim at the box, or if you need help on trying to aim at it, you could just activate your tractor beam with the left mouse button and follow that red beam of laser. Move that red beam of laser to your box until it connects to it, and now you're able to move the box around freely. And using the mouse button, the mouse wheel, you can bring it back to you and move it away from you using the wheel. And if it disconnects from the box, just move a little closer and reactivate the beam and get it inside the elevator. Once you click the mouse button once, the tractor beam will stay on. Click it again, of course, to disable the tractor beam. use a gamepad, you would have to hold down the designated button you have for the tractor beam to activate the tractor beam, unless there is a key binding that allows you to toggle it instead of hold for the gamepad. But for now, I do know that the tractor beam will stay on using the mouse, just clicking the left mouse button. Alright, now that we have all of our cargo inside the freight elevator, we can go ahead and close up our ship here. Go over to the freight elevator controls, the kiosk right here, to the left of the elevator. Oh, and the way that you holster your weapon is by holding the R key. The same key will allow you to unholster your weapon or item. So holding the R key will do both actions. I should have explained that also in maybe the first part of the beginner's guide, so I do apologize for that. Now that we are sending our freight down there, transfer complete, and now our objective complete. Deliver 7 units of chromium to Area 18, and we just got paid 13,000 credits just for that. The easiest way to 13,000 credits. So now we're gonna do a second contract for this video. I'll hop back into our Avenger Titan. Ask for clearance. Now we're going to leave the atmosphere again. You want to at least achieve altitude of 10,000 feet when you're at Area 18 at ArcCorp, or anywhere at ArcCorp, I would say. 10,000 feet is ideal for being able to initiate quantum travel again. Because if any of these locations are in red, like these that are in red, you cannot access these locations until you get high enough off into the atmosphere or above the atmosphere, or just fly into space, further into space, and you'll be able to access those locations, or use one of the waypoints that's nearby to get you closer to that waypoint. The best ones to look for is OM. It starts with OM. Those are the best ones to look for. OM. It keeps you in the vicinity of the planet without taking you too far away. Anything that starts with OM, like this one says OM6, it will be OM5 or 4 and OM3, so and so forth. That's the waypoints that take you around the planet. So I believe that we are high enough to quantum travel from any point, almost any point. Going to put the mobiGlas right back up here. Go back to contracts, and we're going to try a different um, contract this time. Say if you not interested in hauling um, cargo around, you can also, or actually after you, I would say this, after you do the first initial evaluation of the hauling contracts, you'll have access to a lot more hauling opportunities, which will in turn pay you more based on the contracts. It will go up as far as to 16,000 as a starter for extra small cargo haul right here. So we got two different locations we need to deliver cargo to. Some with multiple locations. Some still have only one location. Well, half the time, if there's one location, that's probably gonna have the smallest payout. The most for one location, as you can see, will probably be 14K for one location. As you get to 15K and more, you will have to deliver more cargo to more locations. So we're not going to do the hauling one this time. The next contract I recommend for beginners will be research, which will scan help. It is a very easy one. We have a data probe waiting at Arca 3 Mining Express Station to be collected. You will transport and deploy the data probe. Voila, in the interest of full disclosure, some of our past contactors have run into outlaws. Well, it all depends on if you're comfortable with starting a little bit of dogfighting. I could go over that in another video if you are interested. Well, I'm pretty sure you will be, but for now, I say we'll skip that. I'll go over dogfighting in another video. We're gonna take it a little easy this time. We're gonna investigate a wreckage. That's the next good one here. So I'm gonna accept it. Make sure you read the details fully, so in order to find out where your mission starts, in order to receive the mission. So Olympus Principal is seeking to investigate to locate the remains of a recently lost vessel, extract flight recorder from the Lyria wreck site, deliver the black box to a private landing pad. We can then review the data and properly process our client's claim of loss. As you are currently unaware of the details surrounding the vehicle construction, proceed to the incident site with caution. So the crash site may not have pirates guarding the wreck site, so it's a 50-50 chance it may not run to pirates. So if you're still uneasy about that contract, you can still go back to regular delivery missions. These are still pretty straightforward for 3 packages to these different locations and everything. For me, hauling, I love hauling now. It's a take on utilizing the freight elevators in the game, whereas deliveries is just the smaller boxes that you bring to the Covalex shipping kiosks that I've described in a recent video. So, like I said, if you are still uneasy about combat, you can just do maintenance contracts as well. Just removing biowaste, 3 packages that needs to be picked up and dropped off at 3 different locations. Sometimes those packages that will go to the same location, 2 packages to 1 location, and or 3 packages from different locations, or to all of them coming to 1 location. Like this one, 2 packages are are on Walla, but different locations on Walla. And this one is on Lyria, but all 3 of these packages are 2 of these 3 packages, I would say, are going to the Shubin mining facility on South 5 on Lyria, while the 3rd one is going to South 2 on Lyria. So if you are comfortable with delivery missions, by all means, that will earn you good pay, and I highly recommend it. It's quite peaceful. It's a very good way to earn a living in the verse. Get some creds, and without much of it being disturbed by pirates and other players. It's fairly peaceful doing those type of contracts. So in this case, I will go back to I believe the investigation mission is now I believe someone have already picked up the investigation mission, so we would have to choose a different mission here. Search contracts are for salvage claims, which you would need a salvaging ship to do. Same thing with actual salvage contracts. Allow you to legal rights to a salvage claim. And right now I will do the probe deployment to let you see how that goes. That's 11,000 credits for that, so we show you how to do the probe deployment. Arc L5 Yellow Core Station to pick up Research Probe. So we're gonna go down here to the maps. Zoom out further into the map. See where we need to go. And we just hold down the left mouse button to rotate the map. Right mouse button moves it left, right, up, down, and any other way you need to go. So we need to go to Arc L5. So we look for Arc L5, which is highlighted with the yellow diamond, as I mentioned in the recent video. So we can either click it once and go to route, or click it twice to get a closer view of the location. Arc L5 and L5A, which is where the yellow core station is. You see it's surrounded by asteroids, which is still fine. So we're gonna go over here to the route button. Left click it once. You're gonna see a straight path going from where you are to where you want to be. Get activated. That is your quantum travel point, quantum travel line. That's where the quantum travel will take you from here to there. So now we're going to exit the map and point our ship in the direction of Arc L5 via the blue diamond shape with the circle in the center right here in your HUD. We have the yellow arrow pointing down at the blue symbol. So all you need to do is make sure your crosshairs are lined up in the center of it. And go ahead and activate it. I know I explained a little bit of this stuff before, but I like to make sure my new beginners are able to get all the info they need and all the tips that will help save them some time when starting off in the verse. So it's a nice ride to Arc L5. So I suggest you sit back and enjoy it until we get there. And this is basically what Quantum Traveler looks like, which is basically high-speed travel in the verse to get you from one point to the next in record time. Without this fun and flying from one point to the next, it would take you weeks or months in the real world in terms of time. So like if you decide to just fly your ship all the way from one planet to the next, it would take you a silly long amount of time, very long amount of time without the quantum drive. While we're traveling, I can go over some other tips while we're in Adventure Titan. Like I mentioned in a recent video, this is your MFDs, which are multi-function displays. You can do power management here, turn on all your modules, your weapons, your engines, your shields, and your quantum drive from this screen. Weapon configuration, you can set it up, set your weapons to fire on which group of weapons. You can have it set to fire as all three, or you can take that off of group 1 and the Revenant can be fired in his own group. Like your Omnis can be group 1, your Revenant can be group 2, or all three can be assigned to one group. Let's test out that weapons now. As you see, this is group 1 of the weapons. So I have all three weapons assigned to group 1. Or if I want to change that group from here, go back down to the MFD and put the Revenant in its own group. And now it's just the lasers and not the Revenant railgun. I mean, not railgun, it would be the like minigun. In order to change, well, I will actually go over the weapons in another video. Just give you a little preview of how to switch out the groups of weapons. So now we're gonna fly on over to Arc L5. And the only way you can use your weapons, like I probably mentioned in a recent video, is you gotta be in battle mode / dogfighting mode in order to enable the weapons. All right, give me 1 second, and then we can fly on over. Alright, let's fly over to the station, where we will pick up our probe, research probe. And we can get a little closer using the quantum drive. If you feel like you're going a little too fast, it's good to just slow down a bit as fast as you can by turning your ship in a full 180 direction, and that will slow your ship down faster. But don't wait till the last minute to do this, because you will definitely hit anything in this directly in front of you. So if you feel your ship is definitely going a little too fast, always hurry up and rotate your vehicle all the way around to a 180 degree angle. You may have seen this in the Expanse. That is a maneuver that actually works in this game. Alright, so now we can ask for clearance, landing clearance. Alright, our angle's over here. Except with the Expanse, they're flying at a ridiculously high speed. And it takes the ship a very long time to slow down from doing that maneuver. Right. And we get out of our ship here, and from there we're gonna go to the elevator, the regular elevator for the station. We're gonna head up to the administration offices, the admin office. What you want to do is go straight. When you exit the elevator, whether it's one of these, you go straight ahead, or is it, if you were exiting one of these, just turn right and go straight, and then you continue down this path here, and then you'll eventually run into the interstation transit to your right. Right, you need to get over to the Galleria here and go straight up the stairs in front of you to get to the admin services here. And don't worry about these kiosks. You want to go straight into the offices here, and to your left to the Cobalex shipping terminal. Go to pickup. It's gonna process the order, and you just interact with the box and go to carry. You don't want to activate it yet. Just go to carry. and exit out the office, of course. And then we're gonna head back to the elevator. Down the stairs and straight ahead, we see Vault. That's where the elevators are. Careful not to interact with the probe while you're trying to interact with everything else. So you might need to interact with other things at an interesting angle in order to make it work without interfering with the thing that you carry. All right, from here on this station, you need to go back the exact direction you came out the elevator to the left, back through the corridor here. Excuse me. You're gonna go straight ahead, basic security, and the gates, and you go straight back to your elevator. I mean, any elevator you want, and then go to your personal hangar on the list, of course. Most of the time, it's at the bottom of the list if there's multiple pads and hangars. All right. And we're gonna go to the back of our ship so that we can set our probe there, the safest place for any cargo. Alright, what we're gonna do is interact with our probe. Oops, I did not want to activate it just yet, but it should be fine. I still have the opportunity to deploy the probe, so I'm gonna just let it stay active for now. And like I said, if you want to drop anything that you're carrying, you just make sure you interact with it. With the want to drop or place, you want to use the interaction button and the right mouse button to bring up the wheel. So if you want to drop it or place it, mainly you want to place it somewhere to keep it from getting damaged or anything. Dropping very fragile package can damage it in the game. And like I mentioned in another video, F4 is the key you can use to see outside your ship, the external view, third person. And you hit F4 again to get back into first person view. Alright. Get our ship repositioned here. And they're saying that we need to deploy our probe at that location with the yellow diamond. So we're gonna pull our map back up here and see exactly how far we need to go. So it seems we need to go over to ArcCorp. And we are going to deploy the probe at... Alright, yeah, I do not have enough fuel to reach this target. If that happens, what you want to do is go back to the station. You do not have enough fuel to fly a long distance, you gotta refill your quantum field as well as your hydrogen field. So we're gonna ask for landing clearance again. So right now I am currently looking for my hangar here. If it doesn't activate the hangar, just use the shortcut key again, and it should pop up. There we go. Gateway Grant. So now I'm going to show you how to refill your ship. So you want to be on a landing pad while refilling your ship. Landing pads is one of the many ways to refill your ship, and the main way to refill your ship and your weapon ammo. But you need credits in order to do it. You gotta have enough credits to repair your ship and restock your ammo. So from here, you want to go to the mobiGlas. You want to go down here to landing. So if you see this screen when you hit the landing tab, that means you need to be on the landing pad in order for this to change to another screen where you can refill your supplies. So we're gonna go ahead and land. Go back to the mobiGlas and go to landing again. And if that still doesn't work, you can switch locate. Try your best to fly to another location that's close by, so that you can refill your ship and everything. So what we're going to ask for clearance. It seems that the landing pad is a little bit buggy as well. The doors technically should have closed when we landed on the pad. So what we're going to do is try to fly to another location that's close by. We're only going to try to fly to Shallowfield Station. That's a different route. And look for that. You follow the arrow in order to find a location. Again, and probably another tip I should have went over. You look for this arrow in this box, and you steer your ship towards that arrow until it's in front, right in your crosshairs. And while we're on our way here to 3 out of 4, I can go over some more of the MFDs that we have here. This one down below, currently set on shields to show the shield um, status of your ship, which is turned off for quantum travel, of course. You can switch any of the MFDs below you to any systems that you like. Self status, you can see quantum field is quite low. That's the quantum field bar. Alright. Hydrogen field is alright for now. And we have the target status once we acquire target in scanning, of course. And we have configuration. For general configuration, this sets up. This is another section I will go over in another video. So we have finally made it to our location. So once again, you want to keep your crosshairs on shallow field station and activate quantum travel again to travel the rest of the way to the station. And then of course we're going to ask for clearance here, and hopefully that they can refuel our ship so that we can get ready for a long travel back to ArcCorp. And like I mentioned in other videos, you want to get at least 5,000 kilometers or 5 kilometers away from the station before you choose before you ask for flight clearance. Landing clearance. All right, this is definitely close enough. So I just asked for landing clearance. Gateway granted. Let's look for her. All right, and I believe that's where our anchor is. Let's flip our ship around. We're gonna land immediately. Tapping on the left control key to go to descend. And now that we're properly landed and the doors are closing behind us, we can, like I said, go back to the mobiGlas and go back to landing. So now we are at the service, the landing services here for the station. We're able to repair our ship, restock our ammo, and gives us small details about this station here. It was man-made. It's in standing, and the affiliation is to civilians. So we want to refill our quantum travel, which is the most. You can manually do it using a bar that you can slide left and right on how much you want to add to it based on the amount of credits you have, which is a good thing. Same thing with hydrogen. You can do both internal tanks of hydrogen or one of the 2 internal tanks. Or you can save yourself the trouble and just go to auto, and it will proceed to refill it automatically. Manual, or you need to do is set your desired amount and go to buy from here. Same thing with the quantum fuel. You want to do, you can do buy a manual amount of fuel. So we're gonna refill our hydrogen as well.
Hydrogen fuel at 100%.
think it filled up my entire amount of quantum field. I will double. All right. Now that's what you listen for to make sure that you are at 100% when your ship tells you the percentage of your fuel. That means it worked, of course. So now that we are at full, all our fuel tanks are full, we can go ahead and get out of this station. That we can set our sights towards the yellow triangle. While actually setting the course, you can still initiate quantum travel while pointing at the yellow diamond. And of course, if it's being a bit buggy, you can still manually go to the map and choose that location from the map. I'm gonna choose it quickly. Now that we have our route set, of course, it should let us quantum travel, no problem. We do have different status lights that will pop up based on what is happening to the ship. I know I didn't open the exterior. All right. So these will be light. So these will be lit up if QTM is quantum if we're being interdicted or from a player or someone's trying to take us out of comm drive. Radar, RADR is radar, and that means someone has a lock on you. It will light up. If you get within close proximity to an object, this will light up. Of course, hit means that your ship has got hit by gunfire or a missile, and MISL is of course missile, and it will light up if there's a missile lock on your ship. All right, and I got put out of quantum travel prematurely, so we're gonna initiate that again. Make sure our systems are okay here. Yep, seems to be fine. Let's try that again. And once we get to the location, we will have to exit the ship in space, and while holding on to the probe, of course, we will exit the ship, float to a location or where we need to deploy the probe, and then that will complete the contract or mission. almost there, 1.6. Now back at ArcCorp. So now what you want to do is look for one of these waypoints here, OM005, to go around the planet, because we are out of, as you see, we are currently not in line with the area where we need to deploy the probe at, which seems to be Lyria. So we're gonna go to OM-5. So we're gonna line ourselves up with Lyria here and fly on over. Next, we're gonna go around the planet to get a little closer to our probe deployment location. Now that we are 210 kilometers from our deployment, we can fly here manually. Let's say you can pull out the throttle when you get at least to 20 kilometers from the location. If you don't want to pass it up, you can release the throttle at 25 kilometers. Most of the time, no one will attack you, so you are free to fly around in quantum travel mode all you want without really have to worry about being attacked. And if you are attacked, they won't destroy your ship in the first 2, 3 shots, 4 shots. It will give you time to power up your shields and fly and dodge the gunfire while you get your mode activated, your dogfighting mode turned on. Alright, we are getting pretty close. So I'm going to release the throttle at 25 kilometers. And you can see my ship slowing down with the reverse thrusters in the front. So in this instance, you can slow down at 30 kilometers. All our ships does not slow down as quickly as others. Some will take a very long time to slow down from a full throttle from maximum speed. Now that we're at the deployment site, we can deploy the probe. Let's get within 100 meters of the deployment. At least 100 meters. Alright, this is pretty close enough, 50 meters. So what we're gonna do is exit to the back of our ship. Go this route here. I mean, we'll go to the back of the ship. I mean, we're gonna pick up our probe, head out the back. There we are. We're gonna float it off into space. Alright. And you can use the same controls to control yourself. Same controls that you use in your ship is the exact same controls you do when you are floating into space. You want to fly into space. So now that we are fairly close enough to the deployment location, we're going to slow ourselves down as fast as we can. This is good enough. So now you can release the probe by interacting with it and tossing it. Okay, it did not deploy. So now we're going to retrieve the probe. And move it towards the location again. Keep doing it until you get it right. So if we want it, looks like this probe deployment is glitched. It will not let me deploy the probe anymore. It could be due to the fact that I deployed the probe in my ship. So rule of thumb, do not deploy the probe. Activate the probe until you are at the deployment site. So this contract is glitched because I activated the probe prematurely. So that's what you do not do. Don't activate the probe until you are at the location. And on that note, I will end this beginner's guide video to Star Citizen Alpha 3.24.3, and I will post part 5 on the channel soon. We will go over dog fighting as in the video, so you can get a good understanding of how to dog fight in the game. Hopefully this video was informative for you. I will see you in the verse. See you on the next video, and stay gaming.